Welcome back and thank you for tuning in. You're watching GBC World News. I'm David Parra. Now turning to other lighter news from across the world. Daniel Barenboim conducts the West Eastern Divan Orchestra near the North-South Korean border. Let's take a look.
Composer Daniel Barenboim again took his West Eastern Divan Orchestra to troubled borders in an attempt to break down barriers between nations in conflict. The orchestra played Beethoven's Ninth Symphony at Imjingak Park in the border city of Paju, near the demilitarized zone dividing North and South Korea. The concert celebrated the 66th anniversary of the liberation of the Korean peninsula from Japanese rule. Around 10,000 music lovers gathered at the border to enjoy the rare concert, although no North Korean nationals were known to attend. World-renowned soprano Sumi Jo said the experience would stay with her forever.
We can share the sacred and important message of peace, that we are all brothers as one through music at this performance. This concert will remain nicely in my memory. I will never forget this concert.
Barenboim formed the orchestra, which takes its name from a collection of Goethe poems, with late Palestinian scholar Edward Said in 1999. Made up of musicians from Israel, Palestine and other Arab countries, the orchestra usually works to promote understanding between Israel and Palestine. Barenboim has taken several concerts to the West Bank and Gaza Strip. At a news conference in Seoul ahead of the South Korean concert, the composer said he hoped that sharing the musical experience would help open up lines of communication.
When they have shared the musical experience, sometimes it makes dialogue a little bit easier. It's no more than this.
Still technically at war since the Korean War ended in a truce without a peace treaty, the two Koreas station about 1 million troops near their respective sides of the DMZ.
The World Snail Racing Championships take place in France, with those snails who don't make it to the winner's podium ending up in the cooking pot. GBC World News has this tasty report.
Snails donned their racing stripes for the 43rd annual Snail Racing Championships in France. Starting at the center of the circle, the gastropod sprinters slimed for their lives to the outer edge at the annual festival in La Garde-Ray. And the stakes were high. Losers faced the prospect of turning into escargot. Participants watched as the trailblazing snails crept to the outer edge.
It's great. It's a lot of fun. It's all about nature, and it's something different from what we usually see. It's a bit like horse racing with a bit of passion, and there you go.
Winners received a pardon by the city's mayor, Patrick Debeau.
We used to have a tradition of making escargolades and eating the snails. One day we had an idea of having them race. It was just a silly idea, and there was nothing more to it than that. It was not premeditated.
This year's champions will face a new crop of racers next summer, hopefully moving at anything but a snail's pace.
Israeli scientists have developed a date rape drug detector that could give women a fast and easy way to test the safety of their drink in a bar. Let's take a look.
Date rape drugs make relaxing in a bar a risky business for young women. But scientists in Israel say they've developed a quick and easy test that could restore confidence that what you're drinking is safe. The test was developed at Tel Aviv University's School of Chemistry. Dr. Michael Yoff says the sensor works in real time by alerting users instantly whether their drink has been spiked or not.
The sensor will literally suck up a sample of a drink into it, where inside the sensor will be a capsule where a chemical reaction will occur between the sample of a drink and between our specially developed formulation. If there is a drug there, the sensor will alarm you.
Teams say that while date rape or club drug detectors are already available, they're hard to use and take up to 30 minutes to work.
We thought of that we might develop something that will be affordable, available to everyone, quick and specific. And that's exactly what we've done.
If the drink is spiked, researchers say clubgoers can be alerted on the spot by a stirring stick lighting up, rotating, or even by a signal transmitted to their mobile phone. While they already have a proof of principle, the researchers say better funding will allow them to create their first prototype and commercialise the idea within 18 months.
With Japan facing record heat in Tokyo alone, seeing the mercury reach 35 degrees Celsius on Wednesday, some grabbed their buckets and ladles to splash around and cool down at the same time. The traditional manner of throwing water on hot asphalt is called uchi-mizu and is used by as many as a low-tech and energy-saving method of cooling down. Tokyo has seen temperatures reaching and staying in the upper 30s for 14 days, although many children who participated in the event seemed to have more fun splashing in the water than cooling down. Others, however, did admit that the water cooled things down somewhat. For parents, the event was a way to allow their children to splash around where normally tight housing in Tokyo prevents them from throwing water out their front door. The event organizers hope to raise awareness of uchi-mizu as a way to cool down without using electricity as the country deals with power shortages in the wake of the March disasters and subsequent shutdown of nuclear power plants. Nuclear power supplied about 30% of electricity before the March disaster, and public mistrust has prevented those stopped for scheduled maintenance to restart, with 39 of Japan's total 54 reactors currently stopped and causing nationwide power shortages. Bayern Munich winger Arjen Robben is fit to play in Wednesday's Champions League game. That and other sport headlines when we return.